Liz Cheney wants the Supreme Court to hurry up on Trump. We got this article at CNN, and the Supreme Court does not like being rushed on anything. Welcome to Doug in Exile. This is where the happy patriots are. Let's get right to that article. Cheney warns of profoundly negative impact if SCOTUS doesn't resolve Trump immunity case quickly. Gee, I wonder why timing seems to be on so many people's minds. It's like they're trying to manipulate an election coming up. Former Republican Rep. Liz Cheney said Monday, if the Supreme Court does not resolve the issue of presidential immunity, that's where Trump is claiming that as president, he had immunity, quote, quickly and decisively, unquote, it will have a, quote, profoundly negative impact, unquote, on the country.
They get off on hurting people and on the power that imbues them with. And I think, the Liz Cheney model.
She means on the election. It means she won't get her way.
They're like property of mine.
And the Supreme Court, man, when people say hurry up, they're like, we'll do this out our own. We got this, Liz Cheney. Remember how Aileen Cannon did not appreciate Jack Smith rushing her either. They may even go slower just to spite her. In a New York Times op-ed, Cheney argues that, quote, if delay prevents this Trump case from being tried this year, the public may never hear critical and historic evidence developed before the grand jury, and our system may never hold the men responsible for the January 6th to account. So once again, she's going back in time. She's still stuck on January 6th. This has been her obsession, where remember, they've burned emails, they've burned clients, they've removed data, they've blocked the showing of tapes. They don't want this thing put out in public, but she wants it fast-tracked to the Supreme Court.
You know what I mean? Like someone like Liz Cheney, who's got like a really sad and barren personal life.
Her message comes before the high court is set to hear arguments later this month in the blockbuster case over whether Trump may claim immunity from prosecution in the federal election subversion case. So they're talking about possibly taking this as early as this month or in the summer session. Special counsel Jack Smith, who brought the criminal charges, has sought to speed up the proceedings over Trump's immunity claim so that he can bring the matter to trial as quickly as possible. Once again, they're just not saying the magic words, not as quickly as possible before the election. They won't say it. CNN, you're giving it away. Or usually they bury it all the way down 3/4 through the article. Trump, however, has told the justices that if they were not willing to grant him full immunity from Smith's election subversion prosecution, they should send the case back to lower courts for more proceedings, a move that would push off a trial for many months to determine whether any partial theory of immunity would apply in this case, in his case. And by the way, that's the normal process that Trump is advocating. So he's using the system against them. He's just saying, look, if you want to speed this thing up and you're not going to give me immunity, send it down to the appeals. We'll deal with it down there. And he's just buying time. The alternative route could afford the court's conservative majority at a, quote, off-ramp that would hamstring the special counsel without taking a blanket view of immunity for former presidents. Cheney wrote that there is, quote, historic testimony, unquote, about Trump's conduct that is, quote, likely to remain secret until the special counsel presents his case at trial. And she's just sweating, begging, hurry. The Wyoming Republican added that the evidence should be presented in open court so that the public can, quote, fully assess that Mr. Trump did what he did on January 6th and what a man capable of that type of depravity could do if, again, handed the awesome power of the presidency. What if he punished political opponents? What if he tried getting an opponent taken off the ballot? What if he tied up a political opponent with 5 different court cases with over 91 counts against him? What if he did that? Wouldn't that be terrible? Oh, wait a minute. That's what's happening to him. Quote, the Supreme Court should understand this reality and conclude without delay that no immunity applies here, unquote, she said. Now, she can write that all day in an op-ed. The reason why the Supreme Court is a completely different branch of government is they don't give a hoot what everyone else's panic is. Their whole thing is supposed to be slow, methodical, thorough, not reactionary, not impulsive, and not political, which is what this case is about. I'm Doug in Exile. Subscribe. Oh, by the way, we have a new record, 460,000 subs right here on YouTube. Oh my. Thank you. I can't thank you guys enough. You have rebuilt my crippled poor self-image.